know how you feel about it, Wolverine, but...
Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? Today we're taking a look at the new Marvel Legends Cyclops, part of the X-Men 97 series Wave 2 line. In terms of the box art, there aren't many differences compared to Wave 1. They even kept the same characters from Wave 1 in this Wave 2 series. The only thing updated was, of course, the new characters part of Wave 2. And on the back of the box is similar how it was in Wave 1, but of course updated what the Wave 2 figures featured. After going a quick rundown about the box art, let's go and get Cyclops out of the box, which almost seems sacrilegious just because the box art looks so clean and nice, kind of reminiscent of the 90s in the Toy Biz design. Alright, here's Cyclops out of the box. Let's do a quick rundown of the accessories that he comes with. So Cyclops has 5 total individual hands. The first 2 we're looking at are sort of these open expressive hands. Then he has a pair of fisted hands, and then one left hand that's supposed to activate his visor. And speaking of his visor, he does come with additional head sculpt that ports in the eye blast effect that we've seen before, but the only thing is when you do remove this, I don't know if you'd want to use it for toy photography shots. Taking a look at the head sculpt, I do like it. It's very clean, and I've heard some people say that it's very stylized to the animated series, which is funny because this is supposed to be based off the animated series, y'all.
What the hell?
But conversely, I can understand the argument for saying that it kind of looks like a younger Scott Summers, when in reality X-Men 97 was an adult Scott Summers. But to the people out there saying that this doesn't look as good as the VHS version, I beg you to look at that VHS version again, as the visor on that one looks so messy and like it was made of Play-Doh. All due respect to the sculptor that made that, but yeah, it just didn't look as good. And in terms of the rest of the figure, it's essentially the Vulcan body mold, just with the sculpted details that give him the Cyclops aesthetics and attributes, so you know what to expect in terms of range of motion and articulation. And if you were to oversimplify it, it's essentially just the VHS version without the questionable and polarizing cell shading. And one thing I'll really showcase is the implementation of the shoulder straps on here are sculpted, as opposed to prior releases with Cyclops on the, I think this was the Bucky Cap mold. It was a separate piece, so when using the ab crunch, it kind of bunched up and made some weird angling for this thing. As opposed to the newer one in the cell-shaded version, it had it sculpted on there, so basically when you move it or use your articulation, there isn't any bunching up going on like you saw in the other figure. And because I have the Love Triangle 3-pack Cyclops right here, I'm going to take a page out of the homie 5 POA's playbook and do a good old-fashioned head swap. And yeah, that looks way better, but I don't know if it's just mine, if any of y'all try this head swap, but the blues perfectly match from the Love Triangle 3-pack. The only problem is it's super loose, so I might have to use blue sticky tack to make it a little bit more firm in there, but I think this looks like a definitive Cyclops. And then over here you got the Fawns, which also works too. And now time for a good old size comparison. Here is next to some X-Men teammates. We have Morph on the right, and I'm not going to do it like Cyclops does in the show, so I'll just have him say it for me. And next size comparison here is with some more X-Men teammates. We have the retro-carded Rogue and Gambit. These were part of a Target exclusive back in 2020, and I will not be replacing these with the X-Men 97 versions just because I think aesthetically these look way better.
Whatever you say, sugar.
Keeping it within the 90s goodness, here is next to some characters based in 90s appearances. We have the gray Black Widow Walmart exclusive and the Walmart exclusive Bucky Cap. Scott. Yes, Gene? I like your new suit. Hey, what's going on here? And now time for random ass size comparison, which y'all already know how this works.
My shit in heart.
Alright, some overall thoughts on the figure. I like it a lot. They essentially took everything that was good about the VHS version and just removed the cell shading. Now, it is up there, you know, it's a debate whether or not this is better than the VHS head sculpt, but again, I tend to think this looks way better just because the visor is much cleaner. But you pop on that Family Matters, no, the Love Triangle 3-pack, it looks way better in my opinion. That will be my definitive Cyclops. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Are you going to be picking this up? Are you stoked for X-Men 97? Sound off in the comments below, and like always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.